What's going on, guys? It's me, Uncle Couch, your favorite uncle in terms of video games. How's it going? Hope you're doing good. Today we're going to talk about my top 10 hardest games that I've ever played. Some of the games on the list I have finished and some games I haven't because it's brutally hard. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 10, Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII is a JRPG back in the PlayStation 1. It's made by Squaresoft, now known as Square Enix. So the main protagonist is Squall Leonhart, and the side characters are Rinoa, Zell, Selphie, and I can't remember the others. So this game is hard because of the grindiness. And at that time, way back in the 1990s, late 1990s, back where I'm from, the internet is not that fast. It's the dial-up internet. Young people won't be able to relate what's a dial-up internet. So people who are in their late 30s like me, early 40s, you'll know what I mean. So anyway, Final Fantasy VIII, damn. So this is quite hard because every few meters you'll have a random encounter, right? Nowadays you can see your character together with enemies on the field, so you can try to avoid them and prevent battle. But back in the day, the PlayStation 1 era, is just so hard. It's called random encounter. It's frustrating. And the final boss, it's a woman. I don't want to spoil it because some young people there might want to play this game. Anyway, I don't want to elaborate too much how hard this game is because, you know what I mean. It's hard. There are weapons here that you have to get items from different places to be able to forge a certain weapon. The weapon of Squall is called the Lionheart, but his last name is Leonhart, so it's quite similar. But, yeah, a lot of good memories back in the day from my teenage years playing this game. It has 4 discs back in the day because Blu-ray wasn't a thing that time. Anyway, Final Fantasy VIII. So let's jump into number 9. Number 9 is a PlayStation 4 game. It's a horror game. Gave me a lot of headaches and I was forced to quit because of this game. I was terrified and scared. This game is a part of a trilogy, and it's from PlayStation 4, as I mentioned. So it's made by developer called Red Barrels. You probably know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be Outlast 2. Outlast 2. So this game right here is the Trinity. It means 3 games in one disc. It contains Outlast, the DLC Outlast Whistleblower, on which I finished. Outlast 2 I haven't finished. I quit because it's such a nightmare. It's a horror game, guys. It's psychologically, you're gonna have some nightmares when you play this. So Outlast 2, if you haven't played any Outlast games before, the hard part about this is you cannot fight back enemies. You just have to duck and hide in the darkness, and you have this camera which runs out of battery from time to time. You have to collect batteries or you'll be in total darkness. You don't know where to go, and it's just brutal. And also, the first Outlast I finished, but this one, Outlast 2, this guy right here, he's like the main antagonist in Outlast 2. So it's just so hard, terrifying. For me, I prefer the games like Resident Evil because at least it's brighter. You can see your surroundings, where your character is going. And this one is first person, by the way. So the feeling of being enclosed, entrapped maybe will really give you some jump scares. So Outlast. So number 8, it's a retro game. You probably know what this is. It's a game from the Sega Genesis, also called Sega Mega Drive back in the day, in the 90s. It involves a ninja. It's a platformer game, side-scrolling, so you probably have an idea what this is. I don't have the copy now because I've already lost my Sega Mega Drive. I have 2 consoles back in the day because I broke the first one. So this game is none other than The Revenge of the Shinobi. So The Revenge of Shinobi is a 1989 game released by Sega for the Sega Mega Drive. And it's a side-scrolling game. You can call it hack and slash as well back in the day, but it's more of like side-scrolling. Basically, this game took place 3 years after the first game. The criminal organization Seed from the original game has since reformed, has renamed itself Neo Seed. So you have different types of weapons here. Shuriken, you have a sword, but basically it's brutal. I can't remember all the details. It's way back in the day. But this game basically has good reviews. I'm looking here from some gaming reviewers before. It's like consistently 90% and above approval rating. So the graphics at that time is very good, especially the music as well. It makes you feel excited playing the game. I haven't finished it because it's just so hard. But anyway, if you want to try, you can emulate it, whatever. If you have the original game, go for it. Now, we'll go to number 7. So number 7 on the list is going to be Alundra 2 from the PlayStation 1. Alundra 2 is an action-adventure RPG. It was released from 1999 in Japan and 2000 worldwide. It's an actual role-playing game and has some 3D environment. So basically, the story is set in the kingdom of Veruna. Mephisto, a powerful sorcerer, is using the magical wind-up keys to control humans and animals into mindless, violent machines. So basically, it's a long time ago. The main character is Flint, who is using a sword. What makes this game so hard are the puzzles. Holy crap, man. I can't forget the time I had in this game wherein I spent like nearly 3 hours solving a puzzle in a certain environment that you have to move some statues or some blocks in order for you to advance to the next area. Reception-wise, this game is not critically acclaimed. I'll give it probably about 7 over 10. It's not too bad, it's above average. It's just some of the camera angles are a bit dodgy, so it adds up with the hardness of the game. And some healing materials, potions, and whatnot is very scanty in this game. So you have to conserve your items in order to advance to the next game. And the tone of the game is quite dark as well. But overall, as I mentioned earlier, the hard part about this game are the puzzles. So if you have no patience about puzzles, then I don't think this game is for you. So we're gonna go to number 6. Number 6 is a game from the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System, back in the day when I was a kid. It's a side-scrolling run-and-gun game. You probably have an idea what I'm talking about. It's a brilliant game. For me, it's above average. Nearly, I would say, probably 8.5 out of 10 if I'll give it a rating. It's a classic. It's an iconic video game from the NES era. So, yeah, this game has a code in the beginning, if you know what I mean, to gain 30 lives. So that game is Contra. Contra from the NES. Contra is made by Konami. It was released back in February 1987. So you start with, if I'm not wrong, you start with the 3 lives per character. It's a 2-player game. You can only do it on your own, but two-player is better because there are more chances of advancing throughout the game. So why is it hard, in my opinion? It's hard because when I was a kid, I don't even know the 30 lives code. I only knew it from the neighbors. So if you play this game, if you try to finish it with only 3 lives, it's possible, but I think that would be such an undertaking. It is so hard. A lot of bullets coming from enemies from all different directions. It have some platformer elements as well, so you can accidentally drop from a platform and go straight on top of an enemy, which you get an instant death. So originally it has 3 lives, so good luck trying to finish this game with 3 lives. You can try if you want. I'm sure there's a lot of gamers there that manage to do that, but I won't attempt to do it because I can't. Yeah, Contra, very iconic, nice music, nice graphics back in the day, but it's hard. I think even if you let the young gamers try that game, they find NES games in general hard enough for a nice challenge. Now, we're down to 5 games. 5 hardest games. Top 5 that I've ever played. Alright. So the 5th game on the list, it's a modern game which was released 2022. It's an action open world game which is brutally hard in my opinion. But it received critical acclaim. Critical acclaim from a lot of review companies. This game I just spent about 2 hours and I quit because it was too frustrating and it was too hard. It's so difficult. I want to get back to this game one day, but it's just I'm not ready yet. Or probably I'm too old to finish this game. Now, so what is this game? It's gonna be Elden Ring. Elden Ring for the PlayStation 5, also available on the Xbox Series X. Oh boy. This game is brilliant, but it's just too hard for me. I don't know the details because I only played for like 2 hours or so. So, Elden Ring, it was released back in 2022, as I mentioned, from a developer named From Software. They made the likes of Sekiro, Demon's Souls, what else? Bloodborne. I think they made also a mech type of game called, what's that game? Armored Core 6. Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon, which is a very, very hard game. But I haven't played it, so it's not on the list. Well, this game, oh boy, this game. It's just so hard. You have to dodge properly. You have to manage your items perfectly. You have to, select your armor and weapon intentionally, strategically, I would say. And you'll probably find it funny that I will say this, but there's a point there that there's a guy, like a knight on a giant horse. Oh boy. He pummeled me. He destroyed me. Whatever I did at the beginning of the game, I tried to dodge, I tried to hit and run, I tried to be aggressive, I tried to be defensive. Whatever it takes, I tried to finish him, but I got destroyed. I don't know, I think his name is Tree Sentinel, I'm not so sure, but the horse is a massive one with a knight on top. Yeah, from what I remember. It's been a while, it's been like 2.5 years since I last attempted this game. I never went back because I know it's critically acclaimed, but I think I'll just waste my time because there's no use. I'm just not gonna finish this. It's probably a skill issue by now, but yeah, it is what it is. If you're into the brutal games, you can try this. It's a very, very good game, as per critics. And I can see why. I agree, it's a very, very good game, but it's just the game doesn't like me. I like the game, but it doesn't like me. Now, we'll go to number 4. Number 4 is an NES game It's a platformer kind of adventure game, which is so hard, in my opinion, in terms of you don't know where to go. This game has great visuals back in the day, and it was released on 1986. And it has a sequel which was released on 1987. I tried to finish it, I tried to advance, but for some reason I can't, and I will tell you why. And this game is The Goonies from the NES or Famicom. Oh boy, The Goonies, man. I have a lot of childhood memories playing this game. Back in my home country, I played this game when I was like probably 8 years old. 8 to 10 years old. I was still trying for 2 years. I was trying to finish this game for 2 years, but for no avail. The hard part of this game, I think, it's the labyrinth, or you can call it a maze. Like a lot of corridors to choose from. There's like one instance that you go on one platform, and then there are like 3 different doors. And when you enter one of the doors, you're gonna be on a different area with more doors. Holy crap, man. And in this game, you have like a yo-yo or a sling, something like that, or some, if I remember correctly, it was a long time ago, but if I remember correctly, you have a boomerang as well. And you are fighting goons, thugs, and some bats or rats. You know the animal, rats. Oh boy. The Goonies 2, the sequel, was released in 1987. And also, by the way, the main theme of the song for most of the game is a chiptune rendition of Cyndi Lauper's, the singer. Cyndi Lauper's The Goonies Are Good Enough. So I was too young back then, so I don't know who Cyndi Lauper was back in the day. So it's a single player, and in my opinion, it's a good game. But this type of game, you have to have a guide, some sort of strategy guide on where to go, or else it's next to impossible. Back in the day, there's no internet. So all I can do is to go to one of the neighbors that knows how to finish this game. But for some reason, that neighbor went abroad. So I didn't get the chance to ask him how to finish this game. Well, anyway, I enjoyed my time with this game. But it's just brutally hard. Brutally hard. Have you noticed a lot of NES games are hard? Well, if you would notice, a lot of games that were brutally hard are NES games or retro games in general. But this next top 3 games that I will tell you, you can relate, I would say. So let's jump right into number 3. The number 3 hardest game I've ever played in my life is none other than Mega Man 2 from the NES. Oh boy. This game, I'm proud to say, I finished 3 times. I finished it back when I was, I would say, 9 years old, 9 or 10 years old. Mega Man 2, what a brilliant game. For me, it's a 9 over 10 game. So, it's a platformer game. You know Mega Man, if you're a gamer watching this. And it was released in 1988, back in the day. So it's also called Rockman 2. The Mystery of Dr. Wily in Japan. But worldwide, it's called Mega Man 2. So, basically, the premise of this game is Dr. Wily was defeated a year ago, and then he came back to bully Mega Man again and to get his revenge for Mega Man. So he assembled these robots called Robot Masters. Some enemies that I can name from the top of my head is Bubble Man, Metal Man, Quick Man, Crash Man, also Air Man. So I can't remember everything, but those characters I can remember pretty well. So the good thing about this game is the soundtrack, the music. It's very, very good. And the controls are very good. It's just so hard. What makes this game so hard is the platforming aspect of it and the enemies. They keep shooting at you from all different angles. Proper timing is crucial. And at that time, it's so hard to get a guide for this game. So it's just pure skill. I'm so proud of it that I finished that game back in the day. You have to have a good hand and eye coordination to finish this game. Try it anyway, but I'm telling you, it's brutally hard. Great game, nonetheless. Now, let's go to number 2. Number 2 hardest video game I've ever played in my life. This might be a bit controversial for all. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts about this. But for me, I feel that this is the second hardest video game of all time. This might be the hardest video game for some gamers, and I totally agree. I totally understand. But what I felt from this second game to the top 1 game on the list, for me, the top 1 is harder than this one. So this game basically was released in 2019. It's an action adventure developed by From Software. You probably know what it is. And it won Game of the Year award. And the copy of this game that I have is from the Xbox One version. And that's none other than Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice from Software. So it's also made in collaboration with Activision. Holy crap, man. This game, there's no way in hell that you can finish this game in 24 hours. No way. Unless you're brutally good, you're an insane gamer. Salute to you if you can do that. But damn. This game right here. So basically it's made by From Software. It says here, take revenge, restore your honor, kill ingeniously. So basically, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice is also available for the PlayStation 4, Xbox, and it's also available on PC. So you are controlling, this is Wolf, the main character, a shinobi, or a ninja, if you would say. It's a very Japanese themed environment. It's just brutally hard, bro. Brutally hard. I can't advance anymore in this game. I got stuck with a lady called Lady Butterfly. It's probably a skill issue by now, but it's an old lady that you have to use snap seeds in order for you to have the advantage on the battle. It's just so hard. You have to execute moves flawlessly. You have to dodge. You have to attack relentlessly, and you have to play the game strategically. You cannot brute force enemies here. It's not gonna work. This game is a brilliant game. I would say it's a 9 over 10 game, but it's just so hard for me. It's a skill issue, I know. That's a skill issue, but I'll get back to it at some point. You have to make sure that you spent items properly. If you're racing items, you're not going to advance through the game. And the number 1 is the parry system. If you know how to parry properly, which is very hard in this game. So if you know how to do that, you'll be fine. So I think since I finished Clear Obscure Expedition 33 a few months ago, that game has a good parry system. So probably it's a form of practice to me. So probably I can get back to this game and try it again. But man, this is hard. Try it. If you don't believe me, try this game. You might rage quit. Well, I never rage quit in my life, but that's how I feel about this game. Alright? Sekiro. Now, before we go to the number 1 hardest game I've ever played in my life, I'll give you one honorable mention. So honorable mention, this might be... You can place this as my number 11 hardest game of all time. So it's just nice to mention this game. It's called Karsia, The Word of Fate from the PlayStation 1. This game was released back in 1998 worldwide, and it is made by a company called Atlus, the developer that made Metaphor ReFantazio and Persona 5 and Shin Megami Tensei series. This game is so hard, boy. Oh boy. Karja Word of Fate. So basically, this is a strategy game. If you know Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Ogre, it is very similar to that kind of game. So basically, the plot on this game is it takes place in the world of Rebus, primarily within the areas of Crossland, Idorus, and Nordia, and Pentagram. So the game has 36 chapters. Alright. There are two main characters to choose from in the beginning of the game. It's Toxa and Lacrima. So I believe I did both of them back in the day. I was 14 years old when I played the game. I never finished it. On the 36th chapter, on the final chapter of each character, I can't finish the final stage, the final boss. It's just brutally hard. I think I'm under-leveled on that game, on the final stages of that game. So I just got destroyed by the enemies. And basically, the premise of this game is you have this card called Karja that can destroy anything, even the universe. So yeah, they are trying to get a hold of this card in order for them to be the most powerful, I would say, on that story. Anyway, guys, this is so hard. It is a brilliant game. I would say it's an 8 over 10 game. Nice graphics back in the day and nice music, but I just fell short at the end of the final stages of the game. So try it out. You can emulate it if you want, but much better if you have the physical copy on the PlayStation 1. So, you ready for number 1? So the number 1 hardest game of all time. So it's an action role-playing game. It's a remake of a certain game that was released on the PlayStation 3, if I'm not wrong. So this game, it might be controversial because you might think Sekiro, my number 2 game, is harder than this game. But I'm telling you based on my experience and what I felt. Alright? So this game was made by a developer called Japan Studio and Blue Point Games. It's a remake of the game from the ground up. You probably know what it is. And it's gonna be Demon's Souls remake for the PlayStation 5. Oh boy. Holy crap. Holy crap, man. It was released in 2020 by the developer that I mentioned, and it was published by Sony Interactive Entertainment for the PlayStation 5. It is still a PlayStation 5 exclusive at the time of this video. Oh boy, this game right here, this is my exact character build. The knight with an armor, with a short sword and a long sword hidden somewhere. I will tell you why it's so hard. The first area of the game is called Gates of Boletaria. Holy crap. I have this game since 2022. Now it's 2026. I tried several times to beat this game and to play this game. Until now, I cannot advance beyond Gates of Boletaria. Holy crap, man. So what's hard about this game, in my opinion? I'm not gonna go into so much details. It's probably a skill issue by now because I haven't finished any From Software games in my life. Anyway, so what makes it hard? Bro, it's just the character is just too slow to move. And it's just brutal, man. You cannot brute force into the enemies as you wish. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to block, you have to dive roll, you have to dodge, You have to conserve your items. You have to use your items sparingly if needed. My 14-year-old daughter played this game, but she didn't finish it yet. She stopped. She got stuck in a castle area. There's a flying dragon breathing fire, you know, something like that. I don't know what that area is, but she got stuck as well. But she did better than me on this game, right? Gates of Boletaria is the very first stage that you have to conquer. I haven't done that. I can't advance. I am thrown back to the very first campfire. If you die in a certain part of Gates of Boletaria, you will be thrown back to the main area. Or if you wish, you can go back to the Nexus. Nexus is like a Land of the Dead or something like that, or like a different dimension that you can buy items, weapons, upgrade, whatever. I'm not in depth of this game because I just quit. Yeah, so in comparison to Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, in this game, Sekiro, I advance in the game. I'm probably a quarter in this game. Here, I'm like 2%. 2% done in this game, like 2% out of 100%. This game, I'm probably 40% done. All right, and I defeated a lot of bosses than this. All right, I think it all boils down to the way Wolf in Sekiro moves. He's quite agile. He can do some acrobatics mid-air. He has a lot more weapons to choose from. I don't mind parrying, actually. So yeah, Demon's Souls, hardest game I've ever played. So I think that's gonna be it. Please like and subscribe, and if you want, you can comment down below your top 10 hardest games you've ever played or finished. And I hope you liked the video, and you can share the video to your friends, and you can subscribe if you want to. And thanks for your time, and I'll see you next time.